Hello, you are watching the first program in an exciting new series that will surprise you with stories of individual towns and communities that make Indiana such a unique place. We will uncover the special combination of history, people, and culture that have shaped these towns and given them an edge over other places. The Indiana Edge. Welcome, I'm your host, Taylor Whitaker. Today we will travel to Allen County in the northeastern part of the state, to the second largest city in Indiana, Fort Wayne. Here's a quick view of current city statistics. Now, our journey begins in the late 18th century.
After the end of the Revolution, it'd be 1783, there was a conflict between the natives who were living here and the Americans who wanted to expand into this territory.
The reference to Native Americans include those of the Miami Nation and the related Algonquian tribes, led by Chief Little Turtle. Fast forward to the late 1700s after years of culture clash, and we arrive at the start of a series of battles that would ultimately lead to the destruction of the Kikiyanga, or the capital of the Miami Nation.
The Americans actually lost a couple of them, the biggest one being St. Clair's defeat. So General Washington appointed a sound professional soldier named Anthony Wayne, who formed a new army, trained them, and brought them to this area. And then he began a progression of advancement up, beginning at Cincinnati northward into this area, and confronted the Indians at the Battle of Fallen Timbers in August of 1794.
By and large, the Northwest Indian War was done. Wayne solidified his victories by establishing two garrisons, Fort Defiance and Fort Wayne. The latter was formed at the convergence of three rivers, including the St. Mary, St. Joseph, and Maumee rivers. Although nicknamed Mad Anthony, Wayne was not bold enough to give this fort his namesake.
And at the time, that was in October of 1794, and he appointed John Francis Hamtramck as commander of the garrison, and John Francis Hamtramck named the fort Fort Wayne. And that's been the name ever since. And that was in October, actually the dedication occurred on the 22nd of October, 1794.
When we return, we'll see how Fort Wayne successfully navigated through the 20th century and into today. This is Indiana Edge.
Pretty special, right? Where else can you get this?
No, pretty much anywhere.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, no, I meant Xfinity On Demand. You can get it on all your devices, anytime, anywhere. But yeah, this you can only get here. Dude, where's your horse?
Who cares?
Awesome is having the most TV shows and movies anywhere with Xfinity On Demand.
Welcome to a world where new is not as new. The parallel universe.
Sweetie, didn't we watch this movie last week?
Not much choice with AT&T U-verse, Dave.
Sir, Xfinity On Demand has way more movie choices.
Nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Don't get trapped in the U-verse. Get 3 times more movies with Xfinity On Demand from Comcast.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge, where we take a close look at cities and towns around Indiana and discover how they make Indiana unique. We continue our journey in Fort Wayne with a look at the city's economic landscape then and now.
Most of the early economy was still based on trade with the Indians, a lot of fur trade, and also acquisition of land. But as in any pioneer society, then the city fathers, if you will, began to try to build a civilization in the wilderness.
But a wilderness of promise. A surveyor, Captain James Riley, put it best. The country around Fort Wayne is very fertile. The situation is commanding and healthy, and there will rise a town of great importance. Riley was quite prophetic, as Fort Wayne had flourished with invention, innovation, and progress ever since the advent of the Wabash and Erie Canal back in the 1830s and 40s.
The canal was very slow, I mean, you go 3 or 4 miles an hour maybe. As transportation technologies in the area of railroads came on the scene, they again saw the advantages of faster transportation, also cheaper to build than digging ditches for hundreds of miles, as laying track is easier and faster to do. So by 1854, they had established, there were local investors with support from the government were able to build the first railroads in the area. And that really expanded the markets for the local economy.
And the rest is history, as the 1900s then brought about companies like Lincoln National Life Insurance Corporation, Farnsworth Television, and Coney Island Wiener Station. We'll be right back after these messages.
And with Uverse, you can move your TV anywhere in the house.
We're happy with Xfinity. Why would we move the TV?
I don't know, but let me show you. Now, if you had the Uverse wireless receiver, you could take this anywhere. See? Anywhere you want.
Don't get Youped by Uverse. Get the most entertainment on any device anywhere with Xfinity from Comcast.
Hey John, check it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was testing to see if we really can turn any device in your house into a TV, and the tablet worked just fine, but I wanted to see if the phone would work as well. So I shrunk Sharon.
Every channel's live just like on TV, but it's my phone.
It's genius.
I'm watching TV.
Tiny Sharon's mean.
I'm right here.
Watch any channel live on any device around your home. The X1 Entertainment Operating System, only from Xfinity.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge. We've traveled today to discover the city of Fort Wayne, where we're visiting a local business and city favorite, Coney Island Wiener Station.
About 100 years ago, it started with 3 immigrant Greek gentlemen, and they started with the special ingredient sauce. And I think when you deal with something that is so delicious, you're going to have success. So one of the Greek gentlemen decided to go back to Greece, and that left an opening. And my great uncle, Spiro Christ, had the bakery that provided the buns and the pies to the Coney Island. And he told his brother-in-law, my grandfather, Vasil Eshkov, about this opportunity. And in 1916, my grandfather bought a share of the Coney Island, so there are 3 owners. And it remained that way until each of the other two decided to leave. And Jake Garoff, who was my grandfather's nephew, and he came in next, and then when the final man left late in the late 20s, Vasil Lichin became partner. And it remained the 3 of them until the 40s when Mr. Garoff left. So it was my grandfather, Mr. Eshkov, and Mr. Lichin until the late 50s when my grandfather became ill, and my father, his son-in-law, Russ Choka, became owner. And that's how we really got into the modern era of the Coney Island.
As their website says, stepping into the Coney Island is like stepping back in time, when days of going out for a couple of hot dogs was considered a real treat. But don't sell the place short. This is no ordinary hot dog.
They were people who valued hospitality, and I think that's so important to having a successful restaurant. So my father worked and cared for the Coney Island for over 50 years, and he hand chopped 50 to 75 pounds of onions every day for 50 years. And he passed away in December of 2011. And Jimmy was, he joined my father about 20 years ago, hand chopping 75 pounds of onions every single day. So it's like the Coney Island, those onions will take it right out of you.
Jim and Kathy, as caregivers, operate under a pretty transparent business model. No, really, Passers-by can feast their eyes on the hot dogs cooking in the front window. Now that's window shopping. After the break, we will travel to Parkview Field in the heart of downtown to see how minor league baseball has transformed the city's entertainment landscape. Stay tuned.
Get ready, unsuspecting TVs and laptops in a UVerse home. We're about to compare you to Xfinity. When two HD movies are playing in a UVerse home, their fastest internet slows down. Two HD movies in an Xfinity home? The internet stays fast because it's 2014. Hello?
Ugh. So last season.
Exactly. Fast never goes out of fashion.
Hey John, check it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was testing to see if we really can turn any device in your house into a TV, and the tablet worked just fine, but I wanted to see if the phone would work as well. So I shrunk Sharon.
Every channel's live just like on TV, but it's my phone.
It's genius.
I'm watching TV.
Tiny Sharon's mean.
I'm right here.
Watch any channel live on any device around your home. The X1 Entertainment Operating System, only from Xfinity.
Thanks for joining us as we continue exploring the communities and businesses that provide the Indiana Edge. We will now take a look at downtown Fort Wayne's Parkview Field, which brings a rich baseball tradition and a host of new opportunities and experiences for both residents and visitors.
Well, Fort Wayne has a really rich history of baseball, dating all the way back to 1871. Actually, Fort Wayne Kikianga's professional team was part of the very first Major League Baseball game ever. And so fast forward through time, many different semi-pro and, in the old days there used to be a lot of teams associated with businesses. That came through most of the century, but then professional baseball was not in Fort Wayne for a number of years. An ownership group purchased the Kenosha Twins back in 1992 and brought professional baseball back to Fort Wayne, Indiana in 1993 as the Fort Wayne Wizards. The Fort Wayne Wizards operated through 2008, and during those last two seasons, the approval and construction of Parkview Field took place in downtown Fort Wayne, moving the team from closer, more north of downtown, right into the heart of downtown Fort Wayne. A very strategic decision by city officials and a new ownership group that had taken control of the team to have it be a catalyst for downtown Fort Wayne, to make downtown Fort Wayne even more of a destination for entertainment and for people to come not just during work hours between 9 to 5 and to be here weeknights and on weekends.
Now, once the decision was made to put the team downtown, the task of introducing the team to the community began.
When the team transitioned into downtown Fort Wayne in 2009, the team had a brand and team identity shift. We did a rename the team contest, found that there wasn't much local ties to the name Wizards. There wasn't really anything local about the name other than it had been here since 1993. And so the team went about rebranding with something that had much more of a community feel. Johnny Appleseed, who is a folk hero, American folk hero known across the country in the late 1700s, early 1800s, lived in northeast Indiana, northwest Ohio, southern Michigan. He planted apple orchards, and so he's actually buried here in Fort Wayne. He passed away here, and this is his final resting place. And there's actually a Johnny Appleseed Park where his gravesite is. There's a Johnny Appleseed Festival in Fort Wayne every year that draws almost 300,000 people over a weekend in September. So we knew that had a local tie. It fit the family-oriented, fun, feel that we go for in minor league baseball. And we decided that we wanted something along those lines. So the Fort Wayne Tin Caps is an homage to Johnny Appleseed. John Chapman is his real name. Legend has it that he walked the Midwest with his tin cooking pot on his head, a satchel of siege with his Bible, and barefoot. And so we drew upon the tin cooking pot as The inspiration for our name, baseball players, wherever they go, they wear baseball hats, their baseball caps. He wore his tin cooking pot as a tin cap, and that's where the name Tin Caps came from. So since 2009, April 16th was our first home game here at Parkview Field. We've been playing here at Fort Wayne as the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, and that's kind of how the string and arc of professional baseball in Fort Wayne has gone.
Not only have they been playing ball since 2009, the Tin Caps have made quite the name for themselves on and off the field.
Even though the fact that we've had well over 120 of our former players play in the major leagues, which is a great accomplishment for them. And obviously, for the guys on the field, this is their livelihood. They're trying to make their living being professional baseball players. And our affiliate with the San Diego Padres, that's what they want too. They've invested in these players, not only with their time and the resources, but also, contracts. They're all under contract by the Padres. So they're trying to do their best, and there's nothing that tops, a come from behind victory in the bottom of the ninth. The entertainment value there is through the roof. But because this is developmental and because this is minor league baseball, you can't always control what that product on the field is going to be. We've had success here since we moved down to Parkview Field. We've been here 6 years. We've made the playoffs all 6 years. We've won a Midwest League Championship title of our league. We've gotten back to that again and fell just short, becoming runner-up for that year. We've had the honor of being ranked as the #1 minor league ballpark experience in the country 3 out of the last 4 years. We've had the opportunity to be named Organization of the Year by Ballpark Digest just this year.
During my talk with Michael, it was clear that while having a successful baseball franchise is important, the park itself is a resource the community can enjoy all year long. Be sure to check out www.tincaps.com for more information on games, tickets, special events, and national entertainment, all of which you can experience right at Parkview Field. We'll be right back.
This is speeding. This is in a rush. This is fast food. This is accelerating. And this is happening too fast. This is the express lane, getting a ticket, and this is the fast track. This is the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for all rooms, all devices, all the time. This is Xfinity Internet. Call or click to get started today. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Pretty special, right? Where else can you get this?
No, pretty much anywhere.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, no, I meant Xfinity On Demand. You can get it on all your devices, anytime, anywhere. But yeah, this you can only get here. Dude, where's your horse?
Who cares?
Awesome is having the most TV shows and movies anywhere with Xfinity On Demand.
We're back talking about all things Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm your host, Taylor Whitaker, and this is Indiana Edge. We've seen how the community has grown and explored 2 of Fort Wayne's most successful businesses. We'll now visit 2 organizations from Fort Wayne's nonprofit sector that demonstrates the city's commitment to innovation, invention, and progress. Our first stop, Science Central.
Science Central opened up as a science center in 1995, so we're coming up on our 20-year birthday. At that time, our city leaders and community leaders had been traveling around the country and recognized that there was a need for one of these hands-on, interactive science centers right here in Northeast Indiana in Fort Wayne. They found a fabulous building. We're in a 1929-1930 power plant, City Light and Power. This building was operational, providing power to the city of Fort Wayne from about 1930 until the mid-70s. And then it closed down and sat dilapidated, empty, falling apart, until those city leaders said, hey, here's a great building of true scientific and technological significance. It's close to downtown, it's close to major roads, it's close to a freeway, it has parking. This is the place to put in a hands-on interactive science center. And in 1995, Science Central opened up.
And stepping inside Science Central certainly has an immediate effect on you. From the high ceilings to the fresh carpet that brightens up the entire space, to the detailed exhibits and knowledgeable staff, you feel like conquering the world of science yourself, and that is definitely an effect Martin cherishes.
Think about it. We're educating teachers. Those teachers are teaching those concepts to their students. We're educating students about science and technology principles. We're educating families, we're educating scouts, we're educating scout leaders, and all of that has a snowball effect, not for the immediate, but it does for the future. That kid who walks through and says, hey, I can become a scientist. That adult who walks through and says, hey, I understand a little bit more about science, and that's going to impact what I watch on TV this weekend or even who I vote for in the next election. Now, I have to tell you, as a personal aside, this is something that I absolutely love. I'll walk through the building, or I'll be out in the community, and I'll talk to someone, a grown-up, an adult, who says, yeah, I'm an engineer at fill in the blank, whatever the company is. I'm a scientist at fill in the blank. I'm a teacher at the following school. And it's because I came here as a kid on a field trip. And I also get to meet college students right now, majoring in science, majoring in the medical field, majoring in education. And they said, yeah, I went through on field trips. Yeah, I went through as a scout. Yeah, I went through for an overnight program. And I enjoyed it so much that it helped sway what career path I wanted to take. That's cool.
As with most educational nonprofits, the learning that Science Central provides comes at a price. It takes the support of everyone in the community to ensure Science Central remains the valuable resource it has become.
About 85% of American science centers get a check stroked and handed to them every year for general operations. And we don't get that. And that makes it very challenging for us. It means that all of our funding has to come from the earned revenue or from sponsorships, grants, foundations, donations from individuals.
For more information on how to experience Science Central or how to contribute to its operation, visit www.sciencecentral.org or plan a trip and see it firsthand. When we return, we'll visit the League for the Blind and Disabled to show how invention and technology have increased the quality of life, not only in the city, but around the country. This is Indiana Edge.
Welcome to a world where new is not as new. The Parallel Universe.
Sweetie, didn't we watch this movie last week?
Not much choice with AT&T Uverse, Dave.
Sir, Xfinity On Demand has way more movie choices.
Nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little repetition, Dave.
Don't get trapped in the Uverse. Get 3 times more movies with Xfinity On Demand from Comcast.
And with Uverse, you can move your TV anywhere in the house.
We're happy with Xfinity. Why would we move the TV?
I don't know, but let me show you. Now, if you had the Uverse wireless receiver, you could take this anywhere. See? Anywhere you want.
Don't get Youped by Uverse. Get the most entertainment on any device anywhere with Xfinity from Comcast.
Welcome back to Indiana Edge. I'm your host, Taylor Whitaker. As we explore the city of Fort Wayne, we have one more stop at an important nonprofit institution, the League for the Blind and Disabled.
This organization was started in 1950, but before that, our founders brought Helen Keller to Fort Wayne, and she challenged this community to start this organization in October 1949. So we have a little bit of an infamous character in our history. And then we started 1 year later in 1950. And at that time, we served only people who are blind, which was great. I mean, we still have a core competency in that. But over the years, we've grown to serve all people with severe disabilities. And for most folks we're serving, our goal is to help them make sure that they can be part of the community and stay in the community, not end up in a nursing home or institution. Just be here and do whatever all of us do.
The League is dedicated to its core charitable mission, but it's also been a center of business innovation through its creation and distribution of Braille business cards.
But for Braille production, for Braille business cards, which we do that commercially, the typical process is they create a stamp and they stamp one card at a time. So it's a pretty slow process. We figured out how to produce Braille business cards a sheet at a time using a computer, the software for that, and then Braille embossers, and then the cutters to cut them down to size. So we took what was kind of an inefficient process, one stamped card at a time, and made it a lot more efficient. We're pretty competitive in Braille business cards because of that.
While competitive in production and customer service, one thing remains. The League is a vital asset to the community of Fort Wayne.
When it's your family, or when it's your mom or dad, or when it's your neighbor who has a severe disability, this organization is here in this community to make sure that your family, your parents, your brothers and sisters can have that quality of life that the rest of us take for granted. We are part of the quality of life of this community.
We'll be right back.
Hey John, check it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was testing to see if we really can turn any device in your house into a TV, and the tablet worked just fine, but I wanted to see if the phone would work as well. So I shrunk Sharon.
Every channel's live just like on TV, but it's my phone.
It's genius.
I'm watching TV.
Tiny Sharon's mean.
I'm right here.
Watch any channel live on any device around your home. The X1 Entertainment Operating System, only from Xfinity.
Thank you for joining me on our journey through the city of Fort Wayne. I hope you've learned something new or reignited your appreciation and curiosity of this Northeast Indiana destination. Whether you're active, like to take it slow, inventive, or curious, Fort Wayne can accommodate. Be sure to get out and see it yourself. Visit Fort Wayne is the perfect place to start when planning a trip. Here are some exciting things to mark on your calendar year over year. Still not convinced? Don't take my word for it.
It has a very interesting historical foundation and origins, and it's long and deep, if you will. It has a lot of depth.
I think it's partially because the cost of living is so low. I have 3 children, and it's always family friendly, just like this place and the rest of the city. It's a nice place to raise a family.
You know, even as a single person at the time, just really enjoyed the entertainment options, the feeling like it was a big city, but it had a small town feel to it, connectedness, a community, and really felt drawn to that, and really felt like this is a place that I could call home.
This is the best place I've ever lived, and I've lived in a lot of places. I love Fort Wayne, but right at the top of the list is the people. This is a friendly community. This is a very family-friendly community. So we start with the right thing, the people. Then beyond that, it's a large enough city that there's a lot to do here. Everything from the arts to concerts to live music to things going on.
We have many wonderful cultural attractions, museums, other venues, and Science Central is viewed as one of those important pieces. For a family that's living here, they know that they're going to have a high quality of life. Lots of things that they can go and see and do, and we're a part of that. For a company that has many, many employees, even if it's a new company that's considering moving here, they know that Science Central, again, is a part of that cultural fabric that's going to be able to provide wonderful educational and entertaining opportunities for their employees and their employees' families.
I'm Taylor Whitaker for Indiana Edge. See you in the next city.